my tips, I just need to take control. I won't be the greatest story never told. I won't be the greatest story never told. Won't be the greatest story never told.
Top of the leaderboard.
Won't be the greatest story never told.
Live from the undercard, watch the massive underdog. Bet the bank on me, baby, pay me in cash, no capping, I'm captain. Navigate through stormy weather, this ship I steer without no fears. Headed in the direction of a blessing and no weapon form shall prosper. Papa Willie well in first place. Witness effortless mastery, I had to be the man. No handout, stand out, watch me explode. Destined to detonate, I've got a trick on my sleeve, you wouldn't believe. I'm leveling up, I levitate. I won't be the greatest story never told. Nigga be bold, nigga be brave. Wax the master, never slave. Write my name on top of the leaderboard. A beast, you need to feed them more. Feast and reaping what I sow. Wrap it like a calico. Extra real about it. I promise they'll read about it. My dissertation on how to distance yourself from every doubt. When in doubt, let out a shout. To the heavens, knock the hinges off. Never turn my engines off. I bet that they gon' listen on. May my story never go unread. Reborn as a leader, far removed from the man who never led.
I'm a winner in every situation that you put me in.
Hey.
I won't be the greatest story never told. I'm itching for the paper, I could never sell my soul. The doors of success never close. I feel it at my tips, I just need to take control. I won't be the greatest story never told.
So, yeah. Hey guys, I'm Heck One. I'm here with Brujo Collective. We're in Wynwood, Miami. We're working on a wheat paste project that we're gonna do here for Wynwood Mural Fest. And if you don't know about how wheat paste works and the process, here's a video with Sack 6 from New York, and he's gonna explain it to you.
All right, hello, Wynwood Mural Festival. Welcome to New York City, the concrete jungle. That if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Street art capital of the world. Today I'm standing in front of Freeman Alley. My name is Sack 6. I'm gonna take you inside. I'm gonna show you some art from artists that are around the world, and I'm gonna show you a little bit about how I wheat paste, and let's have a great afternoon. Come on in. So this is Freeman's Alley here. Artists from around the world come here to place up their artwork, and it's a really incredible spot. If you want to know anything about what's going on in the streets, just take a look around. Artists here will talk about, you know, what's going on with the election. Here's Vegan Club. This is an artist that just promotes veganism. Over here you've got stuff about, you know, Black Lives Matter and voting. This is by an artist called Raddington. All right, one of the great things about New York City street art is the community, and I love inspiring new artists to get out there and start wheat pasting. I always tell people that there's only 3 things you need to become a street artist. One is a concept. What are you passionate about? What's your art? What's your statement? What's your mission? Come up with an idea and get it out there. Second is execution. How are you going to put up your idea? Are you going to wheat paste it? Are you going to sticker slap? Are you going to stencil, graffiti? So many different ways of putting up your artwork and ideas. Think about how you're going to execute it. And 3, you just need the courage to do it. Not only the courage to risk putting yourself out there and getting arrested, but the courage to put your artwork out there. Every time you do that, you're going to have haters, there are going to be people that don't like it, and it's not easy to put yourself out there. For the last 5 years, I've been wheat pasting the streets of New York City. Wheat pasting is a medium in which you take paper and you glue it to the wall using a paste that they call wheat paste. So right here, I've got some pieces of art right here. So what I do is I take this and I print it out on black and white paper. The ideal paper for printing is the thinnest paper you want. You really want to get the glue to soak through the paper. So you don't want the fancy, expensive paper. Again, the thinnest paper is the best paper. Here's a piece I did of Kamala Harris smashed up with the Fearless Girl, super political. A lot of the street art right now is about politics, it's about coronavirus. This piece is special for me because, you know, I really back Kamala and her views and her support. So, you know, one of the things I do here is I print all black and white, And all this color that you see on there is hand embellished. And that's what's great about wheat paste, is you could really spend a lot of time and put a lot of effort and work into your piece. This probably took 2-3 hours to make, but I can go out in the streets and I can put it up in 30 seconds. So again, this was a black and white print. All the color on it's hand embellished. This is Mr. Poop, clearly with a point of view and saying fearless. And again, here is some wheat paste. Wheat paste is just the medium that you use to stick it to the wall. The art itself could be any type of medium. So here we go. One rule in wheat pasting is you never really want to go over another artist's artwork. You always want to respect an artist. So you try to want to find a spot where, you know, it's kind of free of other artwork. Right here, you know, there's been some wheat paste cover up. I see some graffiti, which has also been covered up. But, you know, this is a pretty safe spot for me to put up a piece without going over anyone. So again, part of the tools of the trade are a bucket of paste right here. You know, there's no right way to make paste, there's only a wrong way to make paste. Everyone's got a different method and practice to make their paste. Some people like to cook it, others buy store-bought ingredients. You know, I've got a variation of adhesives that I mix together. So again, there's no right as long as it works and it stays up a long time. Everyone's got their own method. You're gonna want a good brush here. You know, the bigger the piece you want, the bigger the brush, you know, is gonna make it easier for putting up. So one tip I like to do is, you know, this is a pretty safe, secure spot in the alleyway. But when you're out in the street, you never want to turn your back to oncoming traffic. A lot of the streets in New York City are one-way streets, so the cars are only going in one direction. You never want to turn your back to those cars. So since this is the only entrance to the alley, I'm going to stand like this and paste, keeping my eye on any, you know, vulnerable spots where people can walk by or come up. If I were to stand like this, you know, I can't see what's going on behind me, and you have no idea if someone is approaching or not. So I'm going to stand here. All right, the first thing you do in wheat pasting is you cover the background wall with paste. Okay? Again, you don't want to go over any graffiti or anyone's artwork. This is all stuff that's kind of been covered and gone over, so I'm not really going over anyone's artwork here. There you go. Then you're going to want to put the piece up, and then you're going to add another layer of glue over it. A little bit of a foot. We'll get that. Yeah, so once you get it up in a good spot, you're going to put another layer of glue on top of it. This glue dries clear. At first it doesn't look that way, but once it dries you won't even see it. So you want to put another piece right on top of it, another layer. There you go. And then what I like to do after that is I just take my hand and I rub out all the air bubbles. You see that right there? So once you get out all the air, it really will adhere to the wall. And this is super thin paper, so again, the glue on top of it is going to soak through it and absorb with the glue behind it. Again, you can see these air bubbles coming out as I slide my hand on it. There you go. I'll give it one more layer just to be safe. You want to make sure you've gotten glue underneath it all. Otherwise, when it dries, that part will just kind of flap up. It's a messy sport, but. So, you know, here's a piece that I put 2-3 hours in at the studio, and it took me less than a minute to put up. So it's a great advantage of wheat pasting, is that you can really do a lot of art and get it out there pretty quickly, easily, and somewhat safe of getting arrested or caught by the cops. So again, there's so much great art. As soon as you open your eyes to the art that surrounds you, New York, it's everywhere. Every single door you walk by, there's at least 25 artists on that door. You know, all these stickers represent an artist that's out there, risking it, pursuing it, and pushing it. All right, so I kind of like this spot. I've got a Fauci Dr. Spock mashup piece. This is a great spot. This building's been iconic, street art all over it for the last 30 years. So I like this little spot down there in the corner. Again, it's not a big piece. There's no tags there that are really distinguishable, and I could fit it right in that empty space. So again, once the glue's on the background, you know, I just want to rub it in. I want to get out all the air bubbles. And again, this really gets the glue to absorb through the front of it, catch the back of it. And that's really it. So, you know, this takes less than 30 seconds to put up a piece that size. You know, but at home in the studio, this small piece probably took me an hour to make. Again, I love the hand embellishing. I love all the details. I love adding this bright color. For me, New York City streets, they can be so dark and gray. So it's one of the reasons why I went with these really poppy fluorescent colors. So I really like the way it pops and it stands out and it brightens up the streets. So this message is about washing your hands. This was a coronavirus piece that I did. Obviously 2020, I think all the artwork that comes out in this year is going to be super important in retrospect. This one's message is really just wash your hands and prosper. So I did a mashup with Fauci and Dr. Spock. Again, this is Mr. Poop. I've always been using him in my pieces. He always comes with the point of view. And this one is about truth, believing science and facts. That's it.
Thank you, Sack 6. And here's how we do it in the 305.
But only in the summer and only at sunrise, so kids can pass beside us at the end of the night like Swan. With the da-da-da at the beginning.
Yo, it's Heck One, Miami Graph Pioneer. Welcome to Wynwood Mural Fest.
What's up, world? I'm Alan Kett. You're coming live from Wynwood, Miami.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bjorn.
My name is Adrian Avila.
Hi, my name is Yasha Young.
What up? This is Risk, my studio here for the Wynwood Mural Fest.
Hi, everybody. I'm Robert De Los Rios.
Hey, I'm Lars from Copenhagen.
Guys, I'm Lee Stapleton.
Hi, this is Dave from Power Out Rotterdam.
Sack 6.
Hi, this is Lee from Global Street Art in London.
This is Macro.
What's up? This is Stefan.
I'm Ralph McDaniels.
This is Marcos from Urban Art Now in Amsterdam.
So Rive, welcome to Wynwood Mural Fest 2020. We're out here setting it off right. Stay tuned and check it out.
86 came and went, a reckless kid, 6th grade. You bench made for the way that I walk. Switchblade killed all that talk. 16 bricks built the wall, willed the law to represent it. Descendant of jazz musicians and graffiti writers. Fuck rap, briefly seen working as Mr. Weed Merchant, emerging from white lines as I write rhymes. Kept a clean burner, questioned my G merger. When I came close to see murder, police raids and schemes raised, hollowed out baseball bats to hide the stash, notebooks to hide the raps, getting money where my mind was at.